Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Let me ask you something. What do you think the lion said about what the gazelle, the antelope, the warthog think? He said, I don't give a shit. Well, what does that metaphor mean? Well, it's going to lead you into a conversation about toxic masculinity, because I am so tired of hearing that and watching the young men of the world get their balls cut off by a movement that do not have our best interest. Anyway, before we get into all that craziness, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Ring the bell, hit the like button, and share with like-minded people. All right, here's what I'm trying to say. You know, there's a movement right now, literally, to cut the balls off of men. Toxic masculinity. 8th place trophies. This isn't fair. There's a hierarchy. You have an advantage. Well, look, I got news for you. There's something you're missing. There's toxic masculinity, but there's also positive masculinity. And the world was built upon masculinity. If you don't like it, talk to the Creator. But here's the truth. Men are very much needed. You don't like the masculine side of men? Well, when you go to bed at night, the person that built that bed and that house and the car and the roads, that were masculine men who created all that. Now I understand your point, that you're trying to say maybe we take it too far and maybe we take advantage of the weak. I 100% agree. But just like we may be taking it a little too far, and that is a small percent of men, y'all are taking it hugely too far. You act like all men do is rape and pillage the world and take advantage of everyone. Well, I got news for you. There's good masculine men in the world, and we need our balls. Now, the difference between a so-called alpha male, and if you're watching and you think you're an alpha male, and you put your hands on women and children, you kick dogs, you're not an alpha male, you're just an asshole who has a lot of extra testosterone, and you compete with the weaker parts of the world. But real men, real masculine men, are just like lions. We protect the pride. And there's a reason that a lion is king of the jungle. Men have masculinity traits and energy to be leaders. That's what we do. And when you come up with 8th place trophies and you give awards for lowering the bar, and you're trying to make sports, life, business, everything fair, well, the world's not fair. And I'm tired of watching the gazelles, the hyenas, the warthogs trying to tell the little lion cubs, which is a little boy, that he has to stop doing this, stop doing that, don't do this, consider that. Why don't you consider that this is a little lion cub, and we need to teach him to be a lion, a dominant lion, a leading lion, to harness being a lion and create positive in the world. Because I got news for you. Make a list of all the negative things men have done in the world. It's probably pretty long. I'll hand you that. But make a list of our contributions, and it's a mile long. Masculine men and masculine energy is a positive. We need it, we have it, and we need to harness it in a positive way. I get that. But literally, quit telling our lion cubs how not to be a lion. Why don't you do this? Why don't you teach your kid to defend himself, to take up for himself? Why don't you teach the other kids to protect their friends. See, there's a lot of positive things you can do with that masculine energy. But stop saying no, because I got news for you. When this little lion cub becomes a man and goes out into the world, and he doesn't have his masculine energy because you've cut off his balls, well, when he meets a real lion, he's going to get eaten alive. That's what the world is. One big jungle. And whether that you like that or not, I'm sorry. But that's the way it is. And we need masculine men with masculine energy. So stop telling our young lion cubs, our young kids, that they shouldn't have that. Just stop saying the word don't. Teach them to harness it and teach them to be real men. Because the world will be a better place with us leading the way. That's the way it's supposed to be. You don't have to agree with me, but that's the way it is. Look, if a masculine man goes out in the world and he can't get a job, for instance, he doesn't go picket in the street. He goes and creates a job. See, that's the difference. That's what men do. So when you're just trying to lower the bar so everybody supposedly wins, that ain't going to work. Because the world does not agree with that. I'm not even saying you're right or wrong. I'm just saying that's the way things are. So teach men to harness it. Harness that masculine energy and make the world a better place. Anyway, please leave comments. I'm sure we'll revisit this. Not everybody's going to agree with me, but I'm Uncle Ray. I may not always be right, but I'll be right here, and we'll figure it out. Take care, guys. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so.